Hello, everyone. My name's Josh Vancina. Um, I want to see how many of you guys have children that are under the age of 5? How many of you guys have children that are under the age of 10? How many of you guys have already introduced your children to handheld electronics? What if I were to tell you that actually the exposure of handheld electronics is playing a very negative part in their bodies as far as, different health risks? Today, I'd like to go over 3 health risks that are associated with early exposure to handheld electronics. Of the 3 major ones, are going to be your health, their learning ability, as well as their ability to socialize. So when it comes to electronics, children are already being exposed to radiation and blue light. As we know, radiation is very bad for you, and as different studies are being done, blue light is also very bad for your eyes. Both of these can actually cause very severe issues for them later on in life. Already, children are being exposed to tension headaches, tired and strained eyes, as well as some are already adapting some sort of mental, disability. Not necessarily a disability, but I guess in terms of their overall mental, capacity. Now, while physical harm is happening, electronics are also affecting their ability to learn. With with children focusing so much on electronics, they're taking away from the everyday life, things that we need to teach them very young. As a father myself, teaching my 1.5-year-old daughter, the ABCs and whatnot. It first off, it means more to do it, with her and I versus throwing something in her hands saying, "Here, learn from this." So the ability for them to grasp, they're already getting put into this group that can only learn based off of visual, which, a lot of people already learn off of visual aids to begin with, but it's kind of creating, a bad habit for them for once they enter school. Once they actually have a teacher that's trying to read, and give to them, a lecture, as well as when they're assigned different assignments, to do reading, they're not going to want to. They don't have that screen in front of them. It's a very big addiction. Um, which that addiction then brings me also to the social part. When children are, forced and, put a device right in front of them, that's what they're drawn to. There was actually a study done with 100 children. Of these 100 children, 25% of these children actually spend between 5 to 10 hours a day on an electronic. And actually 35% spend between 4 to 5 hours a day. That's a long time, and I can't say that I'm not a millennial. I am, but at the same time though too, that's kind of scary. We're not necessarily going in the right step. As you can see nowadays, social is not very big anymore. The idea of social media and electronics was to help people communicate, but it's actually kind of helping or hurting us on the backside of things. People can't hold conversations, with people face to face anymore. I do have a little picture here for you guys, just so you can get a representation of some of the effects that are actually being caused. You have everything on here from, eye pain, like I had said, tension headaches, dark circles, which is actually in the eyes due to the blue light, and also irritation. So these are just some things you guys need to consider when you're putting electronics in front of them. Yeah, it might distract them. I might be able to do some things around the house yourself, but these are having some serious effects on our children. Things that we kind of need to take a step back and see, is this actually helping or is this not helping? And, out of the 100 children that I was speaking of that had done that study, 93 of them have actually had issues within that study regarding, the tension headaches or eye irritation. They even cause, the ability to not sleep. With, at a young age, sleep is everything. So the 3 things I want you to take away from these today is try to mitigate and limit their time behind the screen. I know it's not, possible to completely eliminate it in this day and age, but, try to, eliminate the amount of time. Also try to spend more time face to face with your children. Try to teach them, off of pictures, out of books, things that you know yourself, and try to just get them to be able to learn from the lecture aspect of things, and not necessarily just on straight visual, especially coming off an electronic. So, my name is Joshua Vancina. Thank you.